This is Kcal News Mornings.
Look at this, a rainy day out there in Southern California. Remarkably, though, the roads open at this live shot we're looking at, if you can see it through those raindrops. I'm not really sure. That's why I was reluctant to say. It's hard to tell.
It is downtown. We got
downtown.
confirmation. Good morning. You're watching Kcal News Mornings at 9. Today is Thursday, January the 5th. I'm Jamie Yukis.
And I'm Rutabaga Shabazi. We're making it through the morning. We're tracking this big storm that is impacting the Southland.
We have team coverage this morning. Our reporters are across the Southland. First, though, let's check in with Olga and Kalina, who are here tracking the storm's movement and how it's impacting the roads.
Hi, good morning, ladies. Yes, we are seeing a lot of rain out there. If you are just about to get out there on the roads, be aware. There is some flooding out there. There is some major rain. So want to show you that satellite radar tracker. If you're in LA and Ventura, parts of those areas, especially for Ventura County, you're seeing some dry weather, but we'll get still some more energy moving in and still some more rain as we head into later in the morning and into the afternoon. As we head into a little bit later in the morning, you're starting to see more of that rain out through Orange County and the Inland Empire. LA continues to improve, but I'll show you that next wave of energy moving in and still more rain on the way. For now, let's take a look at the roads. Kalina tracking all that for us.
Good morning. I know we need the rain, but man, it's not doing a good job on the roadways this morning. Everyone just be careful. I've been telling you about this problem on the 710 in both directions all morning. We've now learned that the 91 westbound connector to the 710 south, that is also blocked off because of the flooding that we're seeing on the 710. So north and southbound sides of the 710, all lanes off limits right now. This has been our traffic alert for the past hour, possibly 2 hours. So heavy backup in both directions. Take your alternate routes this morning, the 605 or the 110. We are seeing traffic there, but at least the roadway is open. This is another SIG alert to tell you about. Westbound 91 right at Beach Boulevard, carpool lane blocked off there. The 55 right at Ettinger. Here's a live look in our camera. You can see the roads are wet there, but some delays overall. And the Inland Empire, surprisingly, kind of quiet this morning, so hopefully it stays that way. Ladies?
Yeah, we want to talk about the Inland Empire because heavy rain is soaking there. Drivers through the Cajon Pass are being warned to delay travel during the storm, so maybe they're listening to that. Kcal's Rick Montanez is live with a look at the dangerous conditions. Rick, I know you talked to a driver earlier who had some trouble.
Yeah, lots of drivers are having trouble, and we'll show you right now. We are on the 15 heading north near Glen Helen Parkway. We've got a tow truck in front of us. It looks like they may be stopping for an assist very soon. These tow truck drivers are very busy. We'll actually show you video from just a short time ago where we were with CHP as they were assisting. They had to run a traffic brake to help the tow truck get a car off the freeway. That car had spun out. The driver said it all happened very quickly. He was with his kids in the car when this happened. Take a listen.
We just started spinning, yeah. Pretty much the road is too slippery. We lost control of it and we ended up on the side of the freeway. And I did my best to try to control it, but it didn't help out.
So here we are back live. You can see this tow truck pulling up to this pickup truck here just off the side of the freeway on the 15. These tow truck drivers, we were talking with one of them also who's very busy. They are rushing to get from call to call because they're trying to keep these cars off the freeway because, of course, with the slick conditions, with the standing water and the downpours of rain, of course, also foggy conditions, it's certainly very dangerous. And we will keep an eye from our mobile unit here to let you know how conditions are going. We'll go back to you.
So much happening where you are and everywhere else in the Southland, including a West Hollywood neighborhood where a tree came crashing down and crushed some vehicles. It's also blocking the road right now. Kcal's Tina Patel live on Lexington and Spalding Avenues where she talked to that car owner. It's been interesting to see this story unfold over the morning with you out there. Tina, first we saw it on the car and then we met the owner.
Yeah, the crews are actually so quick. I think they knew what the potential was for damage with this storm. And so they got here very quickly. And the tree is actually already in pieces. We have some video from earlier today, so you can see just what a large mess there was here in West Hollywood. This is along Lexington Avenue around 6:30 this morning. There was a giant eucalyptus that just kind of gave way with the saturated ground and a little bit of wind that was going through here as well. And it came down on two vehicles. And we happened to talk to one of the owners of one of the SUVs. Here's what he said about what happened.
We heard a loud crash. I was asleep and I knew it was my car. I literally did. I just knew it was my cars. It sounded like a tree hitting it on top of SUV. Okay, we're just lucky that nobody was walking their dog. I mean, the tree fell across the sidewalk. It was could have been terrible.
And as we come back out here live, take a look, because this is actually the other vehicle that got crushed, and remarkably very little damage. It looks like there might be some dents on top, but considering that car was completely covered, this also remarkably good shape. And of course, the owner of this vehicle also tells me he feels extremely lucky that no one was out when this tree came down, and that fortunately it looks like, some insurance will maybe take care of the little bit of damage. So much better than it could have been given what we're seeing with this storm. We'll send it back to you.
It's a nightmare dealing with the insurance companies. So, Tina, thank you. Breaking news this morning. Let's check in with the desk.
Chris Holmstrom has some storm damage to show us. These pictures coming in, Chris.
Yeah, Jamie and Rutabaga, we've been covering damage throughout the area. The biggest concern we've seen is downed trees, just like we saw in West Hollywood and Tina Shop. But take a look at another video that we have from earlier today. This is a downed tree in Burbank. This is a 40-foot tree that just went over because of all the saturated soil. The same thing we saw in Beverly Hills, also Old Topanga Canyon Road. We learned about in that area, in the 700 block of Old Topanga, there is a downed tree. Because of that downed tree, there's down power lines, and because of that, there are power outages. Now let's go to my computer screen right now. I want to show you an idea of what power outages look like in our area right now. So according to Kcal Edison, this is their website, there are more than nearly 2,500 customers that are impacted because of power outages. The majority of those outages in East Los Angeles, 115 there. Now keep in mind, a customer is one household, so there's several people inside one household, but nearly 2,500 customers impacted there. As for LA DWP, not so bad. They've got about 200 customers, but they say expect long delays for the outages to go back on. In some cases, it could be 8 to 10 hours. So a lot of people without power this morning as that rain continues. Rutabaga, I'll send it back to you.
The storm impacting so many people in so many different ways across the Southland. Well, in some international news, Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered a ceasefire in Ukraine.
Yeah, but it's not going to be for long. The ceasefire is to observe the Orthodox Christmas for 36 hours. Many living in Russia and Ukraine celebrate the holiday today and tomorrow. The decision comes after the head of the Russian Orthodox Church called for both sides of the war in Ukraine to observe a truce. It's set to end tomorrow. It is a big day on Capitol Hill as House Republicans will try for the third day in a row to elect a speaker. This comes after 6 unsuccessful attempts over a span of 2 days. The House will not be able to swear in its members or begin its day-to-day business until a speaker is elected. More than a dozen GOP members are keeping Californians Kevin McCarthy from reaching a majority of the votes right now.
Well, the storm system spanning the state is so big, the military has sent out special planes from its Air Force Reserve Command Weather Squadron to study it. The large military planes were loaded with meteorological equipment and landed in Sacramento yesterday. They're expected to fly into the heart of the storm over the Bay Area today, and hopefully we'll get a look at some of those pictures when they come in. And speaking of the roads that have been impacted by this storm, Kalina has been tracking all of the traffic updates for us and the mess out there.
And Kalina, there's a recommendation to not travel. Just stay in bed, put the covers over your head.
Yes, exactly. You'll be very much cozy at home instead. But Caltrans issued that warning for the entire state. And you may have noticed those traffic signs above the freeway saying severe weather, avoid travel until Thursday night. So please, like Jamie said, like all of us have been saying, stay home. The warning comes with a safety checklist that includes reminders to check your wiper blades, also your tire pressure before you drive. Make sure you also pinpoint alternate routes and make sure to bring a blanket, snacks, water, and a phone charger with you if you do have to travel today. Unfortunately, that's in case you get stuck somewhere for a while. We already have a freeway entirely shut down this morning, lots of flooding around the area, so we don't want that to happen. Big message here, like we've been saying, stay home if you can. Don't travel far distances, don't travel anywhere. And if you have any road trips, be sure to cancel them. That is your best bet for today. Ladies.
Thank you, Kalina. Time right now, 9:09. Just hit 9:09, too.
All right. Well, we're making it through the morning. We're tracking the storm that has moved across the Southland. We'll get a closer look at why this system continues to be so dangerous with a meteorologist from the Weather Channel. That's next.
We want to welcome you back to Kcal News at 9, streaming on CBS News Los Angeles as well. Take a look at this picture, Rutabaga.
What is it?
It's the Santa Monica Pier, but all morning it's gotten wetter, darker, grayer, sadder, gloomier, all the things.
Yeah, the lights are off.
Yeah, so That's pretty much the day so far. We do want to get to some great breaking news this morning. According to the Buffalo Bills, player Demar Hamlin is showing, quote, remarkable improvement over the past 24 hours. He's neurologically intact, which is a huge thing in these cases when someone like Hamlin suffers a cardiac arrest. You remember seeing it during Monday night's game. These are pictures from when that happened. Now, Demar's agent has even better news, saying that Demar was awake and able to grip family members' hands. That seems tremendous after everything we've been hearing just about how he's doing. He does, though, remain in critical condition, probably be several more days before we know exactly how this will all unfold. But this is some pretty good news this morning.
Really great news that so many people have been hoping and praying to hear. Here back in Los Angeles, though, shifting gears, tens of millions.
This is more good news.
More good news.
Yeah.
Literally tons of food are wasted every year. That's
Well,
not
that's
the
bad
good
news.
news. Let me get to it. The makers of an app called Too Good To Go are trying to change that, and they're using surprise bags. I wasn't really sure what this meant when I first heard surprise bags.
Well, this is a surprise bag. You know the whole like unboxing trend?
Yes, I love that.
This is kind of like that. This is a surprise bag. This one from Alfred's, but it could be from any local restaurant, grocery store, or bakery. I'll turn it around. You can kind of see. We're going to open it up after we show you a little bit more.
I'm dying to know what's inside.
Excited to know what's
Yes, it's great, and I have some for you guys too. And for a few bucks, you can get the food that would typically be thrown away at the end of the day.
These are our vegan apple crumb pies. They're so yummy.
At Sweet Laurel in Pacific Palisades, the desserts and pastries are a favorite with locals and celebrities alike.
Cinnamon rolls, which are a crowd pleaser.
But as good as they look and taste, they don't always sell out. And owner Laurel Gallucci hates to throw anything away.
We do as much as we can to not get to that point, but yes, it is painful.
Enter the app Too Good To Go, which just launched in the LA area. Food partners get to cash in on what they typically throw out by offering surprise bags to users.
Panera Bread, Pete's Coffee.
Those users can search by location and choose a bag from nearby eateries. At Sweet Laurel, the bag contains 4 to 5 baked goods.
An assortment of 2 muffins, a cake slice, a cookie.
Once you reserve and pay for a bag, you're given a time window of when you can pick it up.
It's absolutely a win-win. So we're recouping some of our costs, but we're also doing something to fight food waste.
So far, 400 local bakeries, restaurants, and grocery stores have signed up as partners. The bags typically cost about $5 and are worth 3 times that.
It's a very easy way for people to start to change their habits and live more sustainably and have a real impact on the environment.
Now, more than 40% of all food in the world is thrown out. It's such a huge number, so it's a big problem that the app is trying to tackle. Now, the app launched in the UK 6 years ago, and they're expanding, so they should be in our surrounding areas like Orange County and the Inland Empire very soon. And as promised,
I bring a gift so big I can hide behind it.
Well, the food is the center
Can we
of
open
this.
it?
Yes,
Can we open
open.
it?
Show us.
And you want me to open this one?
Oh my
Yes,
goodness!
and
No
this
wonder
is
it's
what
so
you get.
big.
Now, you can't choose
It's
what
nice
you get.
and soft.
I have a turkey sandwich.
Right.
And
This
I
is my
have-
tartine.
This is my normal
Is
breakfast.
this a little burrito?
Yes.
Fantastic. A juice. And another sandwich. Oh my goodness, this
I
just keeps
love-
going.
Right,
I
for
love
like $4 or
croissants.
$5. Now, you can't choose what you want. You can't
is a
go in there
croissant.
and say, I have this favorite burrito, favorite sandwich, favorite croissant. Sometimes it's not as great. I did once get 4 brand muffins.
What's this? What's
bummer.
this?
Which was a bummer.
But how about this?
I
Little
know.
tart. I got a little tart too.
I know.
Let me open
But
it.
last night we went to Pete's Coffee. My kids and I got 2 cookies and 2 like loaves of bread. We cut it up in 4s. We all enjoyed it. It was
that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, weather
This
team,
is
I feel
actually
like
super exciting.
they deserve this, right?
I'm not sharing. This is my
you're
normal
not?
breakfast portion.
I'll share. If you eat this much.
Just kidding.
So saving some money and saving the environment. Look, food waste is a really big problem.
It is.
So,
And this is really soft and
right,
fresh.
and it
It's
helps.
not
It helps the small
like
business
stale.
too, because
Right.
instead of getting nothing for these things, you know, a lot of them do donate, and you know, it doesn't just go in the trash always, but sometimes it does.
But I'm also assuming that if you go in and pick up your bag, you might pick up some other things too, since you can't pick what's in the bag.
Right. Suzanne Marquez, she signed up for one tonight, and she said it's at a place she's been wanting to try. So,
Oh, great. I
love
you know,
it.
it's a
I
good way
love
for
it.
these
Yeah.
businesses to bring in new customers. And right now, with everybody struggling with prices as high as they are, to save money and save a local business and also save the environment, It's like a triple win.
Christine Lazar. Thank you.
I'm everybody's favorite because I brought food.
You're saying your name. Thank you.
On our side, on your side at home too.
The time now, 9:17, and intense rain has been hitting the coast, the mountains, everywhere else in Southern California. We're continuing to track this storm with team coverage.
Then a major announcement in the tech and e-commerce industry. Amazon, you've been watching their stock, not doing so great, says it will cut more than initially expected. We're going to break that down for you next. It's 9:20. Here's a live look outside at LAX, and it doesn't look like very many people are headed to the airport this morning.
That's a good thing,
right? It's usually jam-packed. So if you need to go, just take it easy as you're getting there.
Maybe their flights were canceled already.
That could be too. We should look into that. We've seen this storm move through the Southland, and it's not done. Several communities along the Pacific coast are under evacuation orders, many dealing with severe flooding, and residents up and down the state are preparing for the absolute worst. The heavy rains are particularly dangerous for areas with those recent burn scars from wildfires, as well as areas near rivers and streams.
Yeah, joining us now to tell us more about why this system continues to be so dangerous is Weather Channel meteorologist Jen Carfagno. Welcome. And what are you looking at there?
Yeah, now behind me, what I've got is the latest satellite picture, and you probably saw the scenes yesterday from the Pacific Ocean with the big bomb cyclone, the atmospheric river lined up. Well, now the energy is kind of stretched out here, and a lot of the moisture has moved in. Still seeing showers, still seeing inland rain, actually, and mountain snow happening. But I need to point out that we're not quite done yet. We still have some little pops of energy yet to come in, and that's with this first atmospheric river. We've got more ready to come in. So that's system number one. We've got system number two lined up out there ready to come on the Pacific Ocean. This will track in Friday into Saturday. Behind it, there's another one actually hot in its heels, ready to catch up with it throughout the weekend. So we'll get two this weekend, one on Friday, the one Saturday into Sunday. And then there's a third system ready to go beyond that, coming in Monday into Tuesday into California. All of these bringing a lot of moisture. They are atmospheric rivers, meaning that they have a very high moisture content. So we'll see inches of rain, especially in the Bay Area and points north in California, but all the way down through Southern California, 3 to 5 in Santa Barbara for rainfall, an inch or two coming your way, especially into Los Angeles early next week. Flood watches up through Friday, but they anticipate that they'll have to get reissued as we get closer to every rain event. Now, one piece of good news is that the drought monitor comes out every Thursday. It came out today. We saw basically a 1-category improvement in many locations. No more exceptional drought, but there's still plenty of drought to work with here. And, it's going to take a lot of rain, a lot of these kinds of events, unfortunately, to get us out of drought. The wind was a big calling card with the first system, well, actually the one over the weekend as well from the New Year's system. But the wind, while it will ramp down today after last night's big wind, it's going to ramp back up starting on Friday, especially Northern California. That wind will, through the weekend, move down the coast. And I think for Southern California, you get some of your strongest winds that come back with that third system that comes in Monday into Tuesday. So it's a relentless series of atmospheric rivers. And by the way, Rudabeh and Jamie, we've got a fourth one after that coming in at the end of next week.
We can't even imagine that right now. Just trying to get through the day.
But as you said with that severe drought map, we'll take every system as they come this year. Jen, thank you. Thanks for your insight.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get to Evelyn Taft for your next weather. And Evelyn, you and I were speaking earlier. It is going to take a handful of these systems to get out of that drought.
Absolutely, at least a handful. And it feels like we see this rain. We're like, that's it. We're done with this drought. But Jen did a really good job just demonstrating, look, we've moved up a little bit. We've moved the needle a little bit, but we still have a long ways to go. We need a few more atmospheric rivers, a few more events just like this one. So let's break down what's happening right now. And as we get a look outside right now at Long Beach, a gloomy day. Of course, a wet day as well, and wetter for some right now. We're tracking a very severe cell that's been sitting over the Santa Clarita Valley over the last little bit. Let's zoom in on that cell, and I'm going to show you street view, show you exactly where we're seeing some of the heaviest rain. So Wiley Canyon Road, Lyons Avenue, Newhall Avenue, and Via Princesa right there through Santa Clarita. Again, heavy rain. We're also telestrating, meaning we're showing you where this cell is going. So at the moment, we're seeing some of the heaviest rain headed to the southeast right now, headed toward Hewitt in just a couple minutes. Now we're tracking this heavier cell moving toward West LA, Bel Air in 13 minutes, and in Westwood Village in about 15 minutes. We're expecting to get hit with very heavy rain. Thunderstorms not out of the question, but generally speaking, the yellow on your map and the orange means heavy rain. The white and the purple, yep, that's snow. Snow levels started at 6,500 feet. They're falling to 5,500 feet, right around resort level. We're going to talk more about snow and rainfall totals. Just one little fun fact for you. We could get isolated amounts up to 10 inches.
Ooh, wow.
Isn't that incredible?
That is.
Just in 2 days.
Wow. My goodness. Evelyn, thank you. Well, more job losses ahead for the tech industry. Amazon says it will cut more than 18,000 jobs this year, and that's a big increase over last year's initial announcement that around 10,000 employees would be laid off.
Yeah, a lot of tech industries expanded, thinking everybody'd be working from home. Maybe today they will be, but then
the
post-pandemic
fallout,
it is,
right?
Absolutely. Well, time right now, 9:25. It's not just rain that's slamming the Southland. It's also slamming the San Bernardino Mountains. We're tracking. Look, it's pretty, isn't it?
It is pretty if you're not on the road.
If you're not on the road, just stay home, go by the fireplace, cuddle in, do all those things, Kalina.
Stay off the roadway, please. Ladies, it's time to play Stump the Studio.
Oh,
are you ready? Okay,
yes.
So we're sticking to that car theme kind of. What is the best-selling car of all time?
Ooh.
We have your choices. A, Honda CR-V. B, a Chevy Silverado. C, a Toyota Corolla. D, the Ford F-Series.
Ooh, well, I'm a Midwest girl. I like America. I'm going with D, I think. But
I'm going to go with Honda or Toyota.
You are? Okay,
are we
we're
talking about
out.
just here or across the world?
Now you're getting technical with me. Let me look into that for you. But so far, we're all stumped, so this is good.
Still going with Honda or Toyota. Well, we'll reveal it in a moment. We'll be right back.
This is Kcal News Mornings.
Welcome back. This is Kcal News at 9.
And we've made it to 9:30.
Unbelievably.
We're tracking a massive storm across the Southland this morning. State of emergency is in effect across the state as crews race to respond. The destruction already across the Bay Area and Central Coast from earlier storms, but authorities are warning residents to stay inside and off the road unless they are ordered to evacuate their area. In the Central Coast, Montecito residents have been filling sandbags, preparing for the worst after the community was partially destroyed, you may remember, nearly 5 years ago by deadly mudslides that killed 23 people.
And it's not just rain slamming the Southland. In the San Bernardino Mountains, we're seeing snow, fog, wind, pretty much everything. On the drive on Highway 18 to Big Bear, conditions are dicey because of that thick fog. Look at that. You can't see anything. Remember, if you do have to drive today, be especially careful and try to avoid it altogether.
Heavy rain is slamming the Inland Empire, and drivers through the Cajon Pass are being warned to stay off the road. We want to turn to Rick Montanez this morning and get an update on that.
Yeah, and we're also seeing some fog here on the 15. Let's shout. Is some pretty good amount of traffic here. You also see some hazard lights up ahead. Difficult to see. Visibility is very low, so drivers have to take it slow. Let's show you some video from earlier where CHP was running a traffic brake because there was a car they were trying to get to. That driver spun out. He tells us that he was not speeding, but he hit a puddle, lost control, spun out, hit the wall, and they were trying to help him get out of there. Take a listen.
Even though you're not speeding, it's hard to control vehicles most of the time going uphill. And that's what happened to me because we're going uphill. I lost control and I ended up pretty much in the wall.
So it all happens so quickly. I mean, look at the conditions here. Again, this is a live look at the 15 southbound, just south of Cleghorn Road. So you can see, I mean, we've got the low clouds, fog, heavy rain, and then all the water that's kicked up from all of these vehicles, especially the big rigs. So very tough conditions to deal with here. And of course, some of the drivers we've talked with said they are trying to take it slow, but conditions are just really difficult to deal with. I'm Rick Montanez, live in the Cajon Pass. Back to you.
Rick, thank you. And it is messy out there. Stay safe. And cleanup in West Hollywood is ongoing after a tree came crashing down there. Kcal's Tina Patel is live on Lexington and Spalding Avenues, where crews have been working to get this tree cleaned up. And you've also talked to the owners of the cars that were crushed.
Yeah, and I have to give credit to these public works crews because it is really heavy rain right now, but they have been working hard to get this tree into pieces and kind of off the roadway because they know that there are people living here that need to get through and need to get by. Now, if you look kind of at the back there is a red SUV that was underneath this tree at one point. There was a second car that was underneath there. We have some video from earlier this morning. A giant eucalyptus. It was around 6:30 this morning that it just sort of gave way. A number of people in the neighborhood tell me they actually heard that crash coming down, and at first they weren't sure what exactly had happened. Fortunately, no one was hurt when that tree came down, but a big mess, and are now concerned about some of the other trees in this neighborhood and whether they'll be able to hold up in this saturated ground. Here's what one of the car owners told us about what happened.
This neighborhood, a lot of people are out walking their dogs, and it was, 6:30 in the morning or something. So, yeah, and with all the things that could have went wrong, not bad.
Yeah, I have to say that I talked to both of the people who had cars that were underneath that tree, and they are feeling very lucky that they were not injured, that other people in the neighborhood that weren't injured. And they say they know, this is what insurance is for. Hopefully they will get everything fixed. They're just glad that this wasn't worse. But of course, the rain's still coming down. Still a lot of trees in this neighborhood, including some other eucalyptus. So crews are going to be keeping an eye and making sure, hopefully, that nothing else happens in this neighborhood. We'll send it back to you.
At least it smells good out there, as she mentioned earlier. We do have breaking news to get to. Let's check in now with the desk.
Yeah, Chris Holmstrom has new video just in from Boyle Heights.
Yeah, that's right, Rudy Bay and Jamie. So we've been canvassing the area, searching for damage of any kind. We've done a lot of downed trees. We just saw one in West Hollywood, but let's go ahead and go to this flooding video from Boyle Heights. Now, this video was taken not too long ago. This is in the 1700 block of South Grand Vista Avenue. This is near Downey in Washington. Apparently, the high floodwaters in that area have caused a lot of destruction. Witnesses say that vehicles were floating in the street, crashing into each other, but definitely a big mess right now in Boyle Heights. Just one of many areas that's experiencing this kind of problem. But definitely, if you see video, please let us know, and we'll be sure to report that right away. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and send it to Evelyn. And Evelyn, you're tracking this storm that is never letting up, it seems like.
Not letting up. And you know what? Once it does let up, Chris, there's going to be another storm, and then another storm, and then maybe one more storm after that. But let's just take it one storm at a time this morning as we get a look at satellite radar. You're going to see both rain and mountain snow, which is significant because snow levels started at 7,500 feet. Now they're quickly dropping to 5,500 feet. And we're still tracking very heavy rain moving through parts of the Santa Clarita Valley, the San Gabriel Valley, and parts of West Los Angeles. So let's take a closer look at what we're expecting as we move through the day. By 11 a.m., we're still expecting very heavy rain and the possibility of thunderstorms. There's two waves moving through. The first one right now, the next one later this afternoon, and that's going to bring a little more instability. We're going to have that unstable air mass that's going to pop off thunderstorms potentially later in the day. So it may feel calm for a moment there, but again, don't get too comfortable because we are expecting another wave. So heavy rain from San Bernardino to Pomona to Anaheim, Costa Mesa. Again, that's 11 a.m. Then we stop the clock at 1 p.m. and we get a little more of a break with the exception of Temecula. And then a little later today, calmer, but then bracing for the potential for more thunderstorms and of course more rain. We're going to break it all down for you coming up in just a little bit. But for now, back to you.
Evelyn, thank you. And look at us. It's time now for a coffee break.
Woo, I love a break.
And you know, what better way to start off than with some royal drama?
Yeah, we already got a look into some of what happened when Prince Harry and Meghan sat down. You know, they did that whole interview series. They put it out on Netflix and the documentary. But of course, the drama is not stopping there.
No, of course not.
We have books to sell, people. The Guardian got an exclusive look at Prince Harry's upcoming memoir. They're reporting all the juicy bits, so if you don't want to buy the book, just go to their website. Harry wrote about his brother William physically attacking him.
What?
Harry and William said that William grabbed him by his collar, ripped his necklace off, and then knocked him to the floor. That all apparently happened during a fight about Meghan, where Harry says William called her difficult, rude, and abrasive. This morning, there's also some new details out that the Guardian is spilling. I think someone's like reading the book and then just typing out, you know, all the juicy
live
tidbits.
typing.
Yeah. So apparently, the King, Charles, at one point made a joke with Harry that, you know, he wasn't his father.
Right.
That sent him, you know, sideways a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he also says that he really did want to go through the tunnel where his mother died.
You know, we talk about this one a lot behind the scenes in the makeup room, you know, and we do.
We do.
And I really do understand why they're telling their story, because they want to get the truth out. However, we've all gotten in family arguments, and I feel like sharing deets about the fight is just
I don't
a
think
little messy.
And it's a
sad.
little incongruous with their narrative about not wanting to be in the spotlight, wanting to take a step back, not wanting all the scrutiny, but at the same time, kind of inviting it a little bit, right?
Yeah. Leave out some of the details. Please, just
Please.
some. Keep some to yourself. Let's talk about inflation, because it doesn't discriminate.
It's my favorite topic. Inflation.
Ruta Bay loves talking about inflation.
I actually do think it's interesting.
We're all feeling the pain at the grocery store. You go grocery shopping and it's like, oh, everything is so pricey. You know who else is feeling the pain? Cardi B.
Oh my goodness.
Cardi B, yeah. She took
Good one, Kalina.
She took to Twitter to say she's fed up with high grocery prices. And she said what we're all thinking. Is it really worth paying these prices for food you still have to prep and cook? Right?
That's a good point.
Her biggest complaint, she says,
she have to prep and cook?
lettuce costs $6 where she lives.
She does like cooking.
Yeah, she does.
She has a lot of videos of her
I
cooking,
will
for
say
sure.
she has come from a background where she has experienced, right,
Yeah.
having to watch her wallet
Of
like
course.
most of America.
Yeah,
so.
no, for sure. So let's just wham about the lettuce.
Well, expensive lettuce.
I'm looking at all of our feet right now, and we all have high heels on.
Yes.
Anybody in pain?
Yeah,
Always.
all morning.
Pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
But we all know what that's like, right? Those of us who are women. But one company is saying it's about to make wearing stilettos a walk in the park.
Please tell me
Get it?
more.
Get it?
Please
Get the
tell me
pun?
more. I love it.
All right, it's showing off these smart insoles at a big tech event that's happening right now in Las Vegas. And reps from the company say these shoes actually cushion impact by redistributing the pressure on your feet.
Wow.
They say it took 30 years of research to come up with this product.
Okay.
And it sounds like they're going to be about $20. What do you guys think? It sounds like it might be a little hype, but I would try it. And
I'm
if it
gonna try
worked,
it.
I would
$20?
be all
I'm
for
surprised
it.
it's actually just $20. 30 years to try to put that together, and you're selling it for that. I'll try it.
But look at us.
True.
20,
Yeah.
40, 60, 80 just right here in these chairs.
Oh, yeah, we're
true.
buying it for sure.
Yeah. And if it works, we're buying it for our friends.
Exactly. We all
Share
need
the
that.
love.
Yeah, seriously. Well, when I pass away, I want to come back as Taylor Swift's cat.
No kidding.
Because she's rich. So it's no secret that Taylor Swift is a multi-millionaire.
Right.
We know all that. But now her cat, we're learning, is also very, very rich as well.
You gotta be
So
kidding
this
me.
is according to a new report ranking the richest pets in the world. Her cat
That's a
right
cute
there.
cat.
Look at that
Is
picture.
that a portrait, like an official portrait?
This is Olivia Benson. That's her cat's name. It's worth $97 million.
What? That's insane.
$97 million. In case you're wondering, named after the Law & Order SVU character. Now, Taylor Swift's cat, she's not even the richest cat on the list, okay? She came in at third.
What are you talking
Yes.
about? This is crazy.
So
Who
there's a
likes
person-
cats this much?
What about Grumpy Cat? Remember Grumpy Cat?
Yeah, I do remember Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, we love Grumpy.
So a German Shepherd, apparently named Gunther VI, came in first place. A second cat was named, coming in second place, Nala. So apparently, I'm assuming it has to do with social media, maybe. They're earning money off posts. Who knows?
Well, people love pets. People love.
I love my dog,
I
yeah.
love babies. Pets and
And you have
babies.
to be careful. Like Lady Gaga had her pet stolen, right?
Yeah,
the
you do have to be
bulldog. So it might be a target now that it's so rich, and we all know
Ridiculous.
about it.
All right,
Security
well,
for the
that's
cat. Security
Oh.
for the cat.
Security and insurance, life insurance.
That's today's coffee break, everybody.
All right, new year, new you. Coming up, we'll hear from a lifestyle expert, Sadie Murray, on some items to get you started in 2023, and she's always great.
Welcome back. Time right now, 9:44. You're watching Kcal News Mornings and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. That's a live look. Oh, look at how traffic has picked up just in the last 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I was
Yikes.
so excited before when I saw it
know.
actually moving. Let's go to Evelyn Taft for another look at your next weather.
Ruta Bay, Jamie, as we get a look outside right now, again, lots of wet. The LA River just outside our doors here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. It is flowing. That's when you know we've gotten a healthy dose of rain. In fact, 1 to 3 inches so far. We could get 8 to 10 in isolated spots in our mountain communities. As we get a look at satellite radar right now, we're still tracking heavier cells through parts of the Santa Clarita Valley and the San Gabriel Valley. In fact, let's take a closer look at La Crescenta, and we want to see exactly where the heaviest rain is falling right now along Foothill Boulevard right there, Montrose Avenue and La Crescenta Avenue, experiencing very heavy rain. once we head to Verdugo Avenue and La Cañada Boulevard, we could expect to see heavy showers and downpours over the next 30 minutes or so. So far, Pasadena's gotten an inch, but we're working on it. We could get more. Woodland Hills just under 3 inches, and Agora just under 2 inches. Jamie, Rudabeh, back to you.
Evelyn, thank you so much. Evelyn, you don't need to change. New year, new you. I'm definitely not changing. And no one is becoming the best version of themselves overnight,
let's be real. Let's be real. But if you're looking for some super simple ways to create a healthier lifestyle in 2023, I should say, our go-to girlfriend, Sadie, is here.
We're so excited to have you.
I always have such aspirational goals for myself, and then by like week 2, I'm like, it's fine. I can eat that
Next
burger.
week, for me, it was hour 2 this year.
Well,
but next year, there's always 2024, right?
Well, for right now, though, this is really easy solutions that you can incorporate every day.
You promise?
I promise. Okay, let's start out with this. So have you gotten into wearable weights?
I want to do this.
Try this on.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
So this is all the rage right now. So it's a really easy way. These are wearable weights in a vest. They've also got a belt. This is from Power
a belt too?
Warehouse.
Heavy. It is heavy.
But what's really cool is you can actually add however much weight you want to each little pocket.
Oh, add it up. Let's go.
Let's load her up.
Let's load
Get
it up.
going. Okay, there's a lot back here. We can do this.
So when you lose the couple pounds, you can just add it back on.
Add it right back on.
Wait, where are you supposed to put it?
Yes, you're burning
in
the
here.
inside.
It's on the inside.
And the
Sorry,
belt
zipped
too.
it up
You can
already.
have that. It's fine. So I mean, obviously, wear that to the grocery store. You'll look
It's so
great.
fashionable.
Is this part of it?
This is part of it. This is a weighted belt. I love this though. You can burn fat, calories. You can tone your
Without
muscles.
doing anything.
What does
Just
it do
roll it
though?
around.
You guys, I feel like this is your next look for the next segment over there, right?
You asked what it's for.
Okay.
I know on my watch, and I'm assuming this watch,
Yes.
it does start showing you if the heavier you are, the more calories you burn. So if you're wearing weight around all the time, you're going to burn.
Yeah, so
what's this watch
This
for?
is a really cool watch. So it's really cool. This is Polar Ignite. It's brand new. You can go to polar.com to check it out. It's super fashionable fitness, but it has a really high definition screen, tracks your sleep, tracks all of your data every single day to give you that great lifestyle that you want. So it just keeps it really easy. Also can connect to an app.
Okay, what's this
check
about?
this out.
Though, if you're lazy.
Take off your vest, put on an apron.
Let's see.
We're getting into hex-clad land. Okay, so I love the inspiration of new cookware, new knives for the kitchen to start cooking healthy.
Okay, so this is all one.
So this is hex-clad. This is basically the Rolls Royce of pans. It incorporates stainless steel, the iron cast, and also it is non-stick. And
pretty
get
too.
this, guys,
It is.
Gordon Ramsay approved. He actually called
He
it
approved of something?
Finally,
Wow.
right? He called it the Rolls Royce of pans.
Okay.
So,
I'm kind of excited about the
amazing.
knives.
Me too.
Like, that sounds scary that we're excited about
I
knives.
know.
But
I was going to
am
hold
too.
one up, but I thought that would be a little too
Well,
psycho
you know, it's
looking.
the first show. Let's live it up. Come on. Here's your knife. Welcome to 2023. No, they're amazing, precision, gorgeous too. Look at this beautiful green color. So I love that. I have a code too, 15% off. Enter Kcal.
Okay.
You have the variety, the whole variety that you
You
need.
brought
Okay.
food, but I don't know about this.
Okay, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Okay, this is plenty. What's really cool about all of these greens is that they are based in Compton in an indoor,
I love that.
indoor vertical farm.
Oh, great.
Yes, so we're loving that. Less water,
Okay.
really healthy.
I bought in.
She's in. She's
I'm in already.
So check them
They
out.
do look really
Plenty.ag.
fresh.
So fresh.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why not support a local company,
Okay,
right?
but you got to wash your hands before you.
I mean,
Oh my
it's like
goodness,
if you
make it
weren't
sound
washing your hands before, you are now. Let's get fancy with it, though. This is Mikey Ray. Okay, put this down right
Okay.
here. We're gonna get a little shot.
I
of
do
this. Look
this?
at her hands.
Oh,
it
look how
creates
pretty.
a beautiful flower. So this is Mikey
Wait,
Ray.
let's see.
I'm
It
just
is
gonna walk
like a
around like
spa treatment for your hands. It's super nourishing.
Okay, someone
The
needs to
user-
take this
Okay,
one.
it's
Rinse it off?
very heavy. Here, I've got a paper towel for you. But what I
my
love
goodness.
about this, it's a Japanese company.
You have to rinse it off, or can you just stay like that?
I would use water and rinse it off too.
It is so-
you know.
Can I smell it?
But I love too, it's a sustainable bottle, recyclable, and what's cool is it's fun for kids too, to get
Yeah.
the kids going,
Oh,
washing
that's
their
good
hands. It's
incentive.
like,
You're
look,
right.
this is so fun.
Yeah, I
So
didn't even think of
check
that.
them out, Mikey Ray. All right.
I see
Okay,
lollipops.
I opened these for you. Don't worry, I didn't lick them yet.
Okay.
All right. These are lollies. This is so cool for kids and adults.
Okay.
It's by mommy'schoice.com.
It tastes like something else.
It's like beets.
What?
Is it beets?
You guys, it's organic, it's healthy, and it helps you if you have a sore throat.
Okay.
This promotes your wellness. I love the elderberry immunity ones down here. But what's cool about this is when the kiddos don't feel well and they're like, I don't want that lozenge. Here's a sucker.
That's great.
It's a
Yeah.
lollies.
It tastes
like dried fruit,
It's
like
very
actual
good.
fruit.
It's good.
Okay, you're
All right.
selling me on all these.
Okay.
So what is this?
Last but not least, Sun Wink. Okay, this I love. Not only do they have tonics that are delicious for replacing alcohol. I know we love our happy hour, but it's great. But these
She's
are
doing dry January, so here, these are for you.
It's all for you, Sun Wing for you. But these are actually their incredible digestion lemonade. These are powders that you just add. These are their super greens, everything to add to your water, your smoothie, to just give you that extra boost that you need if you want to detox. Like I said, have better digestion. It is just full of all of those healthy probiotics and what we're thinking we need in life this week at least.
Sadie, thank you so much. I'm going to take all this with me, and we'll see you again.
Yeah, hey,
appreciate you being here.
Cheers.
And we don't look crazy at all. Sadie, thank you so much for being here. If you want more information on everything that you've seen here this morning, check out our website, kcalnews.com.
And let's check in with Amy Johnson to see what's coming up on the 10 at 10. Amy.
Well, ladies, here are some of the stories that we're tracking for you this morning. Our heavy rain is already shutting down streets in Orange County. We're going to show you where the closures are causing some really big headaches for drivers. And in the San Bernardino Mountains, the conditions are even trickier with snow and fog making for a really dangerous drive. Join us for live team coverage of the storm when we see you in just about 10 minutes.
Are you one of those people who gets tired of the way their car looks?
Yeah, but not enough to do anything about it.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. BMW has a solution if you want to trade it in.
Yeah, well, probably not. I don't like bills. They've created a new concept car, though, that can change colors. The D, which is short for Digital Emotional Experience, is a concept car now that's being unveiled at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. So many cool things coming out of there. The BMW can go through a full palette of colors with different parts showing different colors all at once.
Oh, wow.
The wheels can even change colors. It sounds a little distracting if you're someone else on the road.
Exactly. You're like, what is that?
Yeah. BMW's other concept car, the iVision D model, has a grille and headlights that can change shapes and hues if you like a little flash. The features won't go into production until 2025.
Well, so you got plenty of time.
Jamie's working on a pre-order.
Yeah. No, I'm
rolling into the studio.
Definitely not. I'm a Ford girl. It's time for the answer in Stump the Studio. It happens to be car related as well. So, Kalina?
Yes, so BMW is not on this list here.
No.
So I want to go through it one more time. The question was, what is the best-selling car of all time? Options on the screen: A, Honda CR-V, B, Chevy Silverado, C, Toyota Corolla, D, Ford F-Series. Jamie, I believe you said you were going to do it with the Ford.
I said, do I go with my head or my heart? Because my heart says Ford.
Always go with your head.
My head is Toyota.
I was going to say, always go with your heart.
Okay, so either C or D.
I have no heart, so I always go with my head.
Yes, you are ridiculous.
Okay, I'm going to say, I was thinking either Honda or Toyota, so I'm going to say Toyota.
Okay, the answer is Rutaba's got it.
Toyota.
She has no
Great
heart,
job.
but she has the answer.
Yep.
Toyota Corolla.
I knew it.
I'm so sick of being right all the time.
Oh, don't worry.
Good job, ladies.
Well, thank you, Kalina. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Can you tell it's almost the end of the show? We're 5 days into the new year, and some Southwest passengers still, can you imagine this?
Oh my
They
gosh.
still don't have their baggage. We'll discuss it all coming up.
Ooh, look at that.
I don't know what that is. It's 9:58. It is raining outside. I have no idea where that is this morning, but it probably looks like maybe what you're looking at out your window.
It's bad weather, that's what that
Exactly.
is. Well, we are 5 days into the new year, and some Southwest passengers still don't have their bags back. Oh my gosh, after that Christmas week meltdown, Southwest is telling its passengers now that it's returning lost luggage with, quote, great urgency.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Using FedEx and even competing airlines to transport bags. In an employee memo, Southwest CEO Bob Jordan says the airline, quote, has cut the number of bags in half since last Thursday. I guess you take the small victories when you're in that situation. He says the airlines the airline is on track to get the majority, if not all, bags shipped back to customers later this week. But the issues go beyond just Southwest, right? Let's be real. Every year, the latest federal data shows that airlines mishandled 2 million bags in 2021. I mean, I've had lost bags and it wasn't on Southwest.
No, that's why I always carry on an extra set of clothes, an extra set of shoes, an extra toothbrush.
After hearing your story about why you do that, I'm always going to do that too.
Hot tip.
Get CBS News Los Angeles on the CBS News app. Download now.
Got your phone handy? Of course you do. Scan this right here. Download the CBS LA app. And just like that, you're connected to all the best local news and videos. Now, if only everything were this easy.